20 years of military occupation later, and the U.S. government apparently still doesn't understand Afghanistan. The Biden administration thought the current infrastructure could hold for several months, if not years. The previous administration hoped for the same. Instead, the Afghan government crumbled in days. And in a painful echo of the Vietnam War, people fell to their deaths after clinging to the side of a departing military jet. Following a weekend of silence, President Biden finally stepped to the podium today to defend his administration's actions and to warn the Taliban against doing harm to U.S. troops.
I stand squarely behind my decision. After 20 years, I've learned the hard way that there was never a good time to withdraw U.S. forces. We have made it clear to the Taliban, if they attack our personnel or disrupt our operation, the U.S. presence will be swift and the response will be swift and forceful. We will defend our people with devastating force if necessary.
Republican Senator Rick Scott of Florida went so far as to suggest President Biden should be removed from office for his handling of this situation. Colorado Congressman Jason Crow and New Jersey's Tom Malinowski said there's certainly blame to go around, but right now, though, the focus is on ensuring as few people as possible are left behind.
We're here today with a very simple message, and that is keep Kabul airport open. Send in the combat power and the troops that are necessary to secure that airport and keep it open as long as we possibly can. We have the means, we have the ability, we are the United States of America. We can do this, and we can get thousands and thousands of people out.
The question here is whether this is going to be Saigon or Dunkirk. Are we going to leave people behind as we did in South Vietnam, or are we going to hold the beach until everybody is taken off that beach? I hope that it's the latter.
The Department of Human Services confirms families from Afghanistan have begun to arrive here in Colorado. Meanwhile, the White House is sending another 1,000 U.S. troops to Kabul to secure the airfield. Their success could make families whole again. Their failure could tear them apart. Denver 7's Ivan Rodriguez reports.
These powerful images circulating the world only show a piece of what the people in Afghanistan are living through.
If you've seen some of the images that are coming out of the airport, there's people hanging onto the airplanes as it's trying to take off.
Samiya Azizi has seen this play out before. She fled Afghanistan with her family when she was only 8 years old, after her father was killed by the Taliban.
20 years later, we're right back where we started.
20 years ago, she couldn't even be herself to go to school.
Oh, that was me as a disguise, as a boy. So my name is Samiya, but I went under the disguise of Sam for my entire childhood.
As the reality of living in a Taliban-controlled state sets in for her family still in Kabul,
it's been a little bit hard to even get in touch with them as the days go by.
The only option is to escape.
It's heartbreaking hearing the stories that are coming out, women running around not knowing what to do, not going to work. As the Taliban have taken over, as we've seen the streets of Kabul be almost empty since they've made checkpoints all around it.
For now, the most pressing matter is to get out of the country safely. It's too soon to tell what home will look like once the dust settles.
So when we were leaving home, I remember throwing a tantrum and saying, I don't want to go, I want to stay. And I remember my mom sort of holding my hand and making this shape. And for those who don't know, this is the exact shape of the Afghanistan map. And she said, home is going to be with you wherever you go.
A home that has now taken a 20-year step backwards, and where survival for millions means escaping to a life beyond the country's borders. Ivan Rodriguez, Denver 7.
And more than 2,400 of our service members and nearly 4,000 contractors died in Afghanistan, and more than $2 trillion has been spent by the U.S. alone.
And Nader Hashemi with the Center for Middle East Studies at DU says those sacrifices provided enormous opportunities for the Afghan people, opportunities that have now been all but wiped away.
Millions of Afghan women and girls did get an education. That the standard of living, particularly the quality of life in terms of human development indicators, increased for women in Afghanistan by at least 10 years. That's a direct result of the intervention that took place. There was a civil society. Women did benefit, particularly in the major cities. But now all of those gains, I think, are a thing of the past. And this is going to be one of the very difficult aspects of watching the defeat in Afghanistan. We're going to have to deal with, the hopes and the deep sense of betrayal that many Afghan women in particular are feeling at this moment.
And as reported by the Associated Press, nearly 250,000 Afghans have left their homes in recent months for fear of the Taliban taking over. 80% are women and children.